Once we get the
Till we know.
evidence,
Because there
I
might
will
be
be right
someone
there by
above
your
him to
side.
kill too.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I'll be right by your side when we can kill him. We need to solve this. We can't be blinded by anger and fear anymore. We need to think.
First, the Templar comment. You can't pick and choose when you want me to be a Templar or not. If you want me to be a Templar, I should go back through that mirror and arrest Violetta for being apostate.
And kill my sister for also being an apostate.
I believe she is willing to go to a circle. I don't really see Violetta going to a circle. And as for Erik, I believe he should be in a circle as well. So if you want me to be a Templar, I can be a Templar. For the second point, I cannot see Tralif. If you don't want me to kill him, don't let me see him. I have spent 2 days in that building while we waited for Violetta's group to get down to heal Halaser. That took all of my willpower to not go and find him and kill him then. So if you wish to find out what Tralif is up to, if you wish to find out if there is someone higher, I cannot be there.
Templar, we are all blessed and cursed with this purpose. And we are all facing down our darkest demons. And thus far, we have all succeeded. I, of all of us, know the temptation of having your enemy standing in front of you and unaware and ready to take that knife. And because of that, I, out of all of us, will remind you that you and I have sworn ourselves to higher purposes. And as much as we all might like to abandon that in favor of a personal revenge, we have a world to save. So, we have all thus far helped to shield each other. And we need to do that now more than ever. I believe you can stay your hand for a few more days.
You're right, dear sister. We have sworn ourselves, which is why it puzzles me that when the eye came into question, you turned your back on a Templar. It puzzles me even further that you still take her side.
Yes.
But I do not fault you for that. We all have our reasons. And
for that reason exactly, I did not take your vows, and I did not stay in the chantry. Sometimes you have to ask why.
Yes, which is why I do not know your history. I do not know your past. I do not judge. However, I agreed to letting Tralif live while you figured out what was going on. I simply stated that I will not be there. I cannot be there. If I see him, I cannot promise control.
That I
Now,
understand.
If this had been earlier, I would have promised control and turned my back on that promise. As soon as I saw him, I would have killed him. And I think you of all people know what it's like to not be in a room with someone who you want to tear apart.
I have succeeded thus far.
Yes. And I am just simply asking that I be rewarded the same privileges that you were.
That's fair.
Yes, I understand.
I get that.
I am willing to go to Navara with you. I still have something. I have unfinished business there. That does not involve Tralif or these stones.
Reasonable.
Okay then, Razakel says. So, who are you bringing to Navara? I think you can bring 2 people, correct?
Quick out of character question.
Yes.
Since Cedric doesn't know this, but does Theo still count as a person that we bring through the mirror? Like,
you can try and see what happens if you want to consider him Theo, if you want to consider Connor Theo, you can try.
well, I mean, like, if
in
they're
the
trying to,
If it's a body.
yeah,
Right. You can try and see what happens.
okay. I mean, I don't know. I was just asking.
So, 2 or 3, pick who. If you want to pick 3 and decide which one is gonna sit out if that doesn't work, you can.
Oh, Kenna,
Sure.
you wanted to do some like spy type stuff, right? Maybe Razakel?
I protect you.
That is pretty sneaky. No, I'm just kidding.
Then the bear is super cool.
Actually, if we're going to convince my brothers, I might need Esbjorn, at least temporarily
That's a
until.
good idea.
Makes sense, Razakel
Yep.
says.
Once we
But-
actually go for Tralith, we can exchange.
But she looks at Cedric and says, if you need kill this Tralith. She kind of does.
All in good time, Razakel. All in good time.
As you guys are leaving, Connor walks by one of the walls of the room, and then he stops and he turns and he says, guys, that's weird. That wasn't there before. He is actually looking towards the painting that he hung up there, Hugh's painting.
Oh,
And
great.
the painting has changed. The scene, like I said, is the ocean scene from the bow of the deck of the boat. And what you see is a hand, the painting of a hand that's holding up like this. Now, normally you might think that, okay, well, that's sort of like when somebody's like trying to get the lay of a land, they can put their thumb up. But you can interpret that however you want to interpret that. That thumb wasn't there before.
I look up.
You look up at the painting and yeah, the paint. I don't know if any of you have noticed the painting before, but
You said it's like this?
it's like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like up at the ceiling, just to be sure.
Yeah, sure. Whose hand is it? Is it Hugh's hand or is it somebody else's hand?
I don't know if you could tell if it's Hugh's hand or somebody else's hand, but it's. I don't know if you could tell.
So it's
Does it look like a man's hand or a woman's
It
hand?
looks like a man's hand.
Okay.
It could very well be Hugh's hand. Could very well be.
wait, it's like from a point, like the point of view of the painter or whatever. Like,
Yes, first person view. Like that, first person view.
Okay.
So it looks like this,
Oh.
I guess.
it's not like someone photobombing the painting.
No.
Yeah, it's just like.
So it almost like somehow and Connor's like, do you think somebody came in or wait? Connor does a magic check. Well, of course it's magical. The paints are magical, but interesting. You don't think he's trying to communicate with us, do you?
Can you do that? I didn't know we could manipulate the paintings afterwards?
I have no idea. Hugh's always a mystery to me. If he was trying to communicate, I kind of wonder if we can communicate back.
What would we
No.
Or would that
Well,
be
thumbs up
risky?
is...
Or would that be risky?
Could
It
be.
could be risky. I think for now we should just take it as a sign that everything's okay.
I hope so. We could use some more good news, I guess.
Yes.
And you guys start to leave. While you are.
He isn't.
Who is?
Hallie might take an extra moment
Sure, go
just
ahead.
to
Come on.
think about the painting. This was the painting that he was
Yes.
working on while she was there, right?
Correct. And if you remember, you have a
Excellent.
copy.
Yes.
And so does well, Connor had one too.
Yeah.
And the other copy is in your possession.
Excellent. She will first take a moment and reflect on that first picture. You have grieved as I have. You who made worlds out of nothing. We are alike in the sorrow, sculptor and clay, comforting each other in our art. And then she will actually pull out her own picture.
The picture has also changed, but doesn't have a thumb. It's got something else on it.
Ooh. Show me.
There is a flock of birds, seagulls, they're painted on the sky, and it looks... The interesting thing is normally seagulls, and when they fly, they're in a V formation pattern.
Sure.
But, so there's a few seagulls that are in a V formation, but there's like a few that are going up the middle, almost as if it was an arrow. And it's pointing to a very specific direction.
You are a clever sort, aren't you?
He's smart.
Wait up!
Smart.
Oi?
She'll hold up the picture. We're getting a message.
That wasn't on the other painting. You don't think... If he's... That'd be kind of... I would normally say that'd be kind of risky, but I guess if you don't really know the context, then it would just look like any other painting, I guess.
Yes.
Maybe as a just-in-case kind of thing?
What is he
There are-
trying to see?
Duplicate of these?
Yeah.
Like,
Because look, and she at this point is going to hold up her picture directly next to or under the other picture.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, above, I think, because thumb and
Yeah.
let's look up. So yeah, let's put it above.
Yeah. So, it's the same scene.
Sure.
But, one has a thumb, the other one has has what looks like an arrow pointing some direction, and you guys can decide what that arrow means.
This was painted on our way
back from the...
back from Navara to Ozma, right?
Correct.
So they...
If we go to Navara, take care of what we need to go do there, we can travel south and then east and
To Carpool?
investigate it.
But I don't think we should do that because he doesn't want to be found. I think he's just telling us just in case. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. I mean, he says he's okay, right? I'm assuming
We
if he...
can't be sure of that.
That's true.
I have never seen any of his paintings change. I don't know if this is his letting us know where he is. I don't know if he's in danger or not.
Well, if Hugh's smart, which he is,
Yes.
it makes sense for him to communicate with us in this way because you need both paintings to know what the message is.
Right.
So if he's trying to avoid being found, maybe one of these arrows is telling us where he is, and the other arrow is telling us his status. So if something's wrong, he'd give you a thumbs down?
That makes sense to me.
Yes, that's
I don't know.
that's possible. What worries me is this seems like a lot more magic than a tranquil should be able to do from this distance. I mean, not that Q is a normal tranquil. He's always been able to do things tranquil shouldn't be able to do, but I worry that he is coming closer to losing his tranquility. If he is able to do this much magic.
What do you think, Cedric? Do you think it would hurt us looking for him? I mean, I thought he said that he doesn't want us looking for him unless it was absolutely necessary. I mean, you know him better than I do. What do you think he's trying to say?
I'm thinking that he is saying everything is okay.
Okay.
He may just be trying to communicate to us his location. So when we fix things, we can find him, or he can send a faster message if he is not okay.
Do you think I should Do you think I should keep this painting with me, or do you think that would be dangerous? Maybe it's best to keep one here and the other one with us?
But if one changes, we'll know to check the other.
True.
Yes.
All right. I guess we can't worry about it now. I think I'm going to trust what Cedric thinks his friend is trying to say.
I agree.
But I do agree with Andrea. This is very powerful magic. I think we might want to hurry.
Yes, destroy that painting as soon as possible.
Yes, no time for dilly-dallying.
All right.
Just need to finish up some things and then...
So, you guys will bring Razakael and Connor with you.
And Erik.
And Erik, yes. And I
Why
said
were
the
we
limit...
going back?
Oh, I need
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I said the limit was 2 here?
Yeah, the bracers plus 2.
Okay. The bracers plus 2.
Although we still don't know what's going to happen with Thea's bracer.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys will activate the entrance into Navara. Connor will go through. Erik will be able to go through. The rest of you will through. Razakael cannot go through.
Ew.
Oh, that's weird.
I guess because
You're
I'm
not
not
snow.
Theoben, I'm still considered an outsider. Therefore, even though I'm wearing the bracer, I'm still an outsider.
I guess that makes sense. We'll see you soon, Razzie.
Remember,
I know.
give signal.
Yes.
Esbjorn can't go either.
Yeah.
So you have to leave Esbjorn behind.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I should probably go ahead and let people know that I'm here. While he is going off, Cedric, you recognize somebody
Uh-oh.
down the hallway.
What were we just talking about? Self-control there.
Oh,
It's an old elderly gentleman. You remember this man. You're very close to him. I believe you had a lot of respect for him. Simon. Gimsby.
Is he wearing that armor, or is he wearing Templar
He's
armor?
currently out of armor. He's currently wearing... He doesn't have armor on.
Regular
but
clothes.
Just regular clothing. But he seems to be talking with some other Templars there. So a few other Templars who... Those Templars are armored, and they do have the burgundy armor. Yes. So he's talking with them.
Okay. Cedric knows him, so he would approach.
So
And
the question is, does Cedric know him or does Liam know him?
yeah. Well, I meant like
Yes.
Cedric would approach because he knows him.
You approach.
But he's not sure, like, if it's his memory or what.
The gentleman looks up towards you, and he has a relatively raspy voice, kind of. When you got your eyes meet, he says, "Cedric, so the rumors are true. You have returned back to us."
Yes. Simon, right?
Indeed.
Simon.
I had heard that you have gone through a lot of trouble to make it back over here.
That is an understatement, but yes.
Were they able to successfully restore your memories again?
No, not fully. There are still... I'm still getting it back.
I see.
Um,
The others have been able to successfully return with their memories intact. Perhaps we can do something for you to unlock them again.
The others.
Yes. He says the others. They have been doing some incredible work here. A lot of advancements since you. Unfortunately, we weren't able to help you with your memories immediately, but since then, we've been very successful in that effort.
What brings you here, Simon?
It's funny that you say that, he says. I guess you don't remember. We had a little bit of a chat, so I guess I can reintroduce myself. I am Simon Gimsby, one of the trusted Templars who also serves His Highness, King Marcus himself. Just like my father and my father before that.
Apologies for not remembering, Sir Gimsby, and he'll give a polite bow.
Are you authorized to wear that armor, Mr. Ashwood?
Yes, I've been sworn in by Sir Barris.
Were you now? Sir Barris. That is a good man. Our paths have crossed a few times. I've been very impressed by him. He's over at New Denerim, I believe, serving on that council.
Yes, he is. He is a very honorable man. I had the pleasure of traveling with him for a bit.
I believe that the future of Ferelden rests in very good hands then.
At least with his input.
So now that you're back, Mr. Ashwood, are they treating you well?
Yes, somewhat. I haven't been back for very long. Still trying to find myself and find my way.
Well, like I said, if you'd like, I can definitely make some arrangements to fix that for you. Find out who you really are. I think that might put you at ease and find some peace, I think. With all of the craziness that this all is. It shouldn't be fair for you to wander around without understanding who you truly are and where you came from.
That would be nice for you to at least try to put that into motion. I'd like to see what it entails. This whole process is very overwhelming.
The Animagi are the most brightest of mages that I've ever come to work with. That one, Erik, he's one of the best ones there.
I've had the pleasure of meeting him. He seems very smart. I think I just have to get used to him.
He smiles a bit. Well, he says, if you excuse me, I need to go ahead and attend to a meeting. But it was nice seeing you back on your feet, Mr. Ashwood. Perhaps you can come by my office later this evening and we can see about fixing your memory.
Sure. I'll see you this evening then.
He will nod and he will leave.
You'll see Cedric turn around with a very puzzled look on his face. Like, I know him, but it was kind of weird and like.
Okay.
Right. If you wish to learn things about Tralif, I recommend you start as soon as possible.
That's the plan. First, I want to talk to my brothers. And,
Kenna, you will easily find Erik and Ari. They have rejoined again in the same spot where you found Erik originally. And Ari turns towards you and says, "Thank goodness you're safe, sister." And he will rush over.
Sorry
and give you a hug.
I'm sorry about the time. We got a bit sidetracked and some things happened, but we're here. Back, as promised.
Does that mean you're going to stay? Ari asks. Here with us?
Not exactly. No, that depends. I know the whole topic around the resurrection stones has been talked, and I'd like to show you two something. And if you both feel the same afterwards, then that's that. But I think you need to see this.
Just hear her out at least, Erik says. Fine, sister. What do you want to show us?
Boys, I want to talk to you one more time, to plead with you, and to show you that what you're trying to achieve, I've told Erik this, it's going to have consequences that will echo for eternity. Do you see the bracer on my arm? The bracers on all of our arms?
Yes, it's very powerful, Erik says, because he wore it. It's very powerful.
These bracers. Do you remember the stories about the Penta'Viv guardians?
Vaguely. Ari says, Erik says that vaguely. Ari says, oh yeah, they said it all the time over at Eagle Landing. The storyteller there would talk about it every once in a while.
Aye, they did. I'm here to tell you that it wasn't a story, that they're real. These bracers, have been awoken because the balance of creation has been tipped. I went back home and I heard, I don't know if they were the gods or if they were the spirits of the past, but they talked to me. They talked to everyone here. You say you want to bring the Avar people back. That's why you started to help to create these resurrection stones, but you must see that these stones will have an effect on this world beyond your goals for them. If death is negated, life cannot prevail. The balance of creation is going to be tipped, and the gods think that what you're doing will have such ramification that We've been given these bracers. The Penta'Viv Guardians, they've been awakened. I know you want to bring our people back. I know. But did you ever think that maybe they would want to come back? You'd be ripping them from their gods because you're too weak to achieve your goals on your own. We're stronger than that. We don't need the dead to succeed. We can gain respect for the Avar on our own. I've made powerful allies. I've been to the sky and seen that the world is so much more than what we know. I need you to believe in me, your sister, and the rightful Thane, so that I could lead you and what's left of our people to greatness without trying to conquer the world. Our people are not defeated. I know they're out there. We're too stubborn to die. We'll find them and we'll unite them under one rule. I could lead our people into a new age, one that's more than just war and violence, but of peace and acceptance. I need you to stand by my side and trust that I can and will bring the Avar back to glory. We are of this land's blood. I will, with the support of my friends, fight for a ruler of Ferelden that will support the Avar claims. Maybe I should even fight for the title myself. I can do this. But I need not just my friends, but my family. Important things in this world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. I've mapped out this course of action, but I need you to have the courage to see it through to the end. The Avar's greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. And our end is our beginning for a new age. I need you to stand by me. Believe not in the warriors of the past and the dead, but in the warriors I see in you, and the living Thane in front of you. I know you want to follow Mother's instructions, but the fact remains is that she's passed and I'm here. I have the staff, I have the support of the whole beast, and most importantly, I have the gods. And I want to light up my bracer, and I want to try and make the wings appear.
Nice. Roll a magic roll for me, please.
Okay.
Add your bonus.
Yes.
Okay. That would be 19, 20 to run 22.
Nice. Okay. So
Dice God's on her side as well.
Majestically glow, and Erik looks astonished and in awe, and Ari kind of gasps too. So they kind of pause for a moment, and Ari says, "So you're saying that the gods chose you and told you that they don't want you to bring our people back?"
The gods believe in me, and I know that we don't need the dead. We can do this on our own, the way it's supposed to be done.
Ari
If
kind of...
you-
He like looks over
Look.
at Erik.
You've been doing this for a long time. You've been so focused on it. I know that one speech and even all of this that I've showed you, you still have hesitation. Let that hesitation be enough to give us time to find out if who you're really working for is honest and true. I think that there's more to this going on than you understand. You've been so blinded by wanting to try and do good that I think people have been using that against you.
Ari kind of sighs a little bit, and Erik like looks towards him. Erik will say, "If you want to find out something to support what you just said, then yes, I think Ari and Ari will see it. Right, Ari?" He doesn't say anything verbally, and then he just kind of nods as if he's still in deep thought.
I need you. Let me lead you. Let me lead the people.
Ari will say, Kenna, I missed you. I missed you so much. For the longest time, all I wanted was my sister and my mother and everyone back. And now that you're here, I understand everything you're saying, and I want to believe what you're saying. And I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm not saying that at all, Ari says. It's just, I need time to figure things out. Can you at least give me that? If you need to find out if there's anything more to this, great. That'll probably make this a lot easier for me, because I guess what I'm trying to say is, if the gods truly chose you, then yes, I will follow what the gods say. I just thought that I had a purpose here.
You do. Everything you've done here, it's made you stronger, Ari. Look at you. You're more than just that little boy who missed that first arrow when we were hunting. You are so strong. And I wouldn't take back anything that you've done, but now it's time to change course of action, a different path.
Erik kind of nods. We need to do what's best for our people. We need to do whatever it takes to get our people back. What are you going to do now then? Are you leaving?
First we need to figure out the Trowlith. After that, she kind of looks to the group. I'm pretty sure we're going to New Denerim, and we're going to find a leader for Ferelden.
Yes.
What exactly do you plan on doing then with Trowlith? Are you just going to sneak into his office?
Well,
Might I talk to him? As a friend of a friend? Because I'm Bostwick's friend, and he knows my face.
Okay.
I could, at the very least, distract while others read. Maybe someone who is invisible.
What about him? Ari says with slight contempt in his voice as he looks towards the Templar.
Cedric has already excused himself from this. For now.
Yes. Cedric has business in the city.
Okay. I'm not going to stop you then, Ari says.
Thank you, boys. I love you.
We love you too, sis, Ari says. And Erik nods.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we've got some planning to do.
Yes, we do.
Well, I feel like if the plan is to be sneaky Kenna, you're probably going to be good at it.
Sure, she will have a wonderful long moment to talk with Erik about the process of bringing our Theo back.
Okay.
Oh.
How about Cedric? Are you just going to hang back?
Cedric is going to take a trip back to his family tomb while they're doing all of this stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll get to that then.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do the Trolef thing. So, because I know people have been waiting for the Trolef thing. You guys make your way to the office door. The office door is currently shut. You may knock if you'd like. You do hear voices coming from it, as if there's a conversation happening right now. But what do you guys do?
Out of character, am I already invisible? Should I already be invisible?
You tell me.
That's what I'm asking.
Do you want to be invisible before you knock on the door?
It's up to
Tell
you.
me. It's up to you.
Yes.
If so,
I would like to be
roll
invisible.
Roll a magic roll for me, please.
You got this, girl. You got it.
17, 20.
Okay, so 20 minutes, I think is what we said? Or does that cut in half?
I think you said it cuts in half.
So 10
10 minutes.
You'll be invisible for 10 minutes. Okay.
Okie dokie. Okay.
The door, you hear a voice call out, "Come in." The door opens and you see the gentleman on this side, on the right side, sitting at a desk, and the gentleman on the left side sitting in a chair across from him.
Huh. Hello.
He stands up and says, "Hello, you are... That's right, you are the guests of Erik's, correct?
Yes,
One of you is his sister, if I understand."
She's invisible.
Well, he says one of you is sister. You're not there physically, but
Okay.
he says one of you is sister, correct?
Yes, it's my friend Kenna, but I'm Andrea. I'm ward of Bostwick, Farron.
Bostwick. Yes, Bostwick. A fine man. How is Bostwick doing?
He's doing quite well. I'm so glad you asked. I told him I was going to Navara, and he told me to stop in and say hello. So he actually sends his love and a bottle of wine from the homestead.
Good to hear. Glad to hear. Bostwick, he's a very nice man. I actually knew his father a little better than him personally, but I have to say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
I never knew his father, but I do know that Bostwick is a good man. Might we, I'm not interrupting, am I?
No,
I
I was just finishing up. We were just finishing our talk. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Trollof says. This is Sir Simon Gimsby of the Templar Order.
Oh, Sir Simon, pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine, he says. I wanted to thank you for protecting Mr. Ashwood this entire time. We were very worried about his well-being.
Yes, he is a capable man, and it was an honor to protect him, as he has protected me.
Of course. I suppose if we're done here, then I will take my leave. And with that, he will leave. What can I do for you folks? Erik, as you know, is placing a lot of trust on you. Our operations here, we have to make sure this knowledge doesn't fall in the wrong hands. So you understand why we're very tight on security and very, very secretive about our goings-on.
Yes, I am not surprised, considering where I am from. I'm sure you can imagine there are many who would misuse such power.
I have to admit, I was a little anxious about the fact that you know Bostwick, but like I said, I trust Erik's judgment, and if I trust Bostwick, and if you don't believe that such information will fall in the wrong hands in Tevinter, you are welcome to stay, he says.
It will not from me now. That would be dreadful. Yes, it seems like you're doing some very, very amazing things, but Erik says that you're trying to bring back the Navara. That's very honorable. They were wiped away in such a dreadful way by the Darkspawn.
Yes, Erik had a very special request to bring his people back. Understandably so. They've been oppressed for far too long.
Yes. Might I have my... Now, Andrea's realizing that she doesn't have a reason to get him out of the room. So she's just going to say some random BS. And I'm sorry, random party members, but she's like, so I have a friend who recently went through a
loss.
Yes. I was wondering if you could talk to them about the process. And
of course. Yes, absolutely. Shall we then?
Please. And I'll take his arm.
You'll take his arm, and he will exit out of the room. He'll take a key out of his pocket, shut the door behind him, lock the door, and then you guys can be off. Kenna, you're in the room now. You probably have about 6 minutes left before you reappear.
Okay, I'm gonna go to his desk and check for traps first on the
Okay.
drawers.
Yep, go ahead.
Smart girl.
That is a 19.
I wouldn't say that it's trapped, but it is magically locked. The desk is
fudge.
magically locked, so, I mean...
I don't know if I have any way to break that.
It's your plan, you tell me.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Okay. Are there any? It's magically locked.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Can I try to? I don't know how to use my bracer, but can I like try and void the lock?
You can, but I'm pretty sure that it'll destroy the desk, and...
Oh.
I mean...
I can't like concentrate it. Can I use my Mass
be
Effect
nice if I had
toothbrush?
You want to use... Oh, try the Mass Effect toothbrush?
Can I
Okay.
try the Mass Effect?
As hilarious as that would be, if it was a mechanical lock, yes. But because it's a
Damn.
magical lock, no. That would be hilarious, though. But unfortunately, no.
Okay. Is there any way to concentrate the void so it's just on the lock instead of the whole desk?
Yeah, it'll be a ridiculously high number for you to do that without
Oh.
leaving a trace. If you want, I'm going to start asking you high or low, just like I did with Hannah.
Oh, jeez. No,
Total
okay.
party wipe, let's do it.
All right.
Rolls for everyone.
What else is in the room aside from the desk?
I mean,
Are there any-
there's a few documents that are just lying on the desk. I mean, there's a cabinet, there's a shelf that probably has a bunch of things that isn't really of any notice, and you know, there's a photograph of him when he was younger. I mean, kind of stuff like that.
Okay. Can I just start searching through everything?
Roll a search.
Okay.
Roll a perception.
Sure.
You have 5 minutes left. After the end of the search, you'll probably have 3 minutes left. What is the number?
15 with a 3-point stunt.
You see some documents, and the documents just has a bunch of names of people that they have recently got returned back to life. There's a letter from someone. It's a little 5-year-old girl who is grateful to have her mother back. There is a file in there that talks about the head mage. So Erik is not actually the head mage. The head mage of this whole operation is a man by the name Gaspard Dupuis. If that name sounds familiar. Gaspard Dupuis. If you remember from Dragon Age 2, he was supposed to be the apprentice of, what's his name? He was there during the Mass Effect Dragon Age crossover. Quentin. He was supposed to be Quentin's apprentice when Quentin was trying to resurrect his wife, which ended up being much to the chagrin of Miss Hawk. And you're like reading through the files, and basically it's just like a document that talks about some of his notes, and how there's a little mention about how he's being very careful to dot his I's, cross his T's to make sure that a repeat of of the Kirkwall incident never happens again, because that is not what they're about. They don't do stuff like that here at the Animagi. So from what you can tell around here, it's clean. But of course, there's this locked desk. So what you can tell, so far Trollope is clean.
Can I do a really quick search to see if there are any like hidden switches, like in the bookcase, or
yeah, go ahead, roll another.
I don't know how
search.
much time that would take.
Yeah, that would be
All
another
right.
3 minutes. You'll be invisible by the time you finish.
Oh, okay, then fudge, I can't.
Well, you don't know that. I mean,
Yeah. Darn it, I don't have enough time to search. Okay, I'm going to just try and lockpick that door and try to get out. If it's just a
sure,
normal
roll
lock.
Yes, it is. I would say, well, I don't think it's magically locked. You might be able to use a toothbrush on that lock.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll just try a normal. I won't use the toothbrush just yet.
Okay. Go ahead.
18.
I will say that after it takes you a while, it takes you like a good 5 to 10 minutes, but you're able to shimmy the lock open.
All right.
And then when you do, if you want to put an effort to lock it again with your picks, so it doesn't seem like somebody broke into his office, you may do that. If you want to do that.
I just want to make sure that the door's open. Can I use another bracer charge to go invisible again?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know how much.
Meanwhile, Cedric, you are back at your parents' tomb.
Yeah.
Everything is about the same as it was before. The necklace is still there.
So Cedric would go over to his mother's area and just have like a very like solemn look on his face, and he'll kind of like put his hand over the necklace and he'll say, I'm not sure if this necklace rightfully belongs to me, but I just need to figure things out. And he'll pick up the necklace and put it on.
Okay. You pick up the necklace and pull it on, put it on, wave. All right, this is the big one. Memories after memories after memories after memories. You remember your parents, you remember your childhood, you remember growing up, you remember going through the training session, you remember Thomas Falter, you remember Simon, and how I think he was a big part of your life. I think he took care of you. Did Simon he was like a father figure to you?
Yeah.
Simon was the one who helped train you up to be a Templar, not in swordplay. He did a little bit of pole arms with you, but mostly swordplay. You remember Sanaya. You remember maybe sort of having a little crush on her, but maybe you sort of never said anything or acted on it. You remember your deepest regret. You remember chasing after Delwyn. You remember killing Delwyn's dad. You remember wanting the hole to open up on you because you spend hours at night lying in bed saying, what did I do? What just happened to myself? What did I do? I need to be better. I'm a Templar. You remember the Blight. No, you don't remember the Blight because the Blight started like while you were asleep. You remember waking up. You remember meeting Lealden. You remember the group. You remember Connor when he's a kid. You remember everything. Everything.
So all the events of season 1 that he was there for?
You remember.
Oh boy. So I'm assuming this hits him.
Yeah, you feel a little disoriented. You might have woken up like on your butt.
Yeah.
It's like a deluge of memories.
I think he would just sit there like rubbing his temples as he's like trying to gather or process everything. And he'll just kind of mumble under his breath like, I understand now. Time to finish business.
Okay.
And he'll head back.
So at some point, Andrea, I think the conversation, your talk will have to end, and Tralif will probably start walking back towards his room. Are you going to stick around? Or are you...
Me?
Andrea. Well, no, you left.
Okay. Yeah.
And you left the door open, right?
Well, I shut it.
You shut
and
it.
then I locked
it
back up.
Oh, you did lock it back up.
Yeah.
I need you to do a roll of lockpick for that to see if you correctly were able to lock it back up. That's what I needed from you.
Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, which one is that one? That's dexterity. Um, 22 is
Yes,
6 points.
that'll be enough to relock it. So
Okay.
cover your tracks.
Whoosh.
She says, "Well, Miss Andrea, it was a pleasure."
It was. I appreciate you answering all my questions and taking the time.
Of course. Who was the person, out of character, who was the person he was supposed to talk to about the... Is it Halasair that he's supposed to talk to?
It was going to be Halasair, yeah.
Okay. We don't have to roleplay that.
Oh, we're talking about that. Did somebody tell her?
Yeah.
I know.
In the interest of time, we'll just glaze over that and just...
Yeah, no worries.
You'll be
She
like...
She will listen intently all the while trying not to look as confused as she feels.
You have to help me. Please tell me this will work. Yes, okay. So...
I'm just like...
Okay. So, if there's nothing else, then Trollope will probably unlock the door to his desk, a door to his room, and go back in. But you're gone, right, Kenna? Or did you stick around?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gone.
No, I'm gone.
All right. Well, he's too bad because he was going to go over and open up his magical desk.
Yeah, I know.
Probably should have stuck there, but all right.
Maybe if Halasair pretends to just, forget everything she just learned. Can you go over it with me again, please? I'm so sad.
What are the different options?
It's so sad.
What are the different options? If we go by this plan, is my health insurance going to cover this?
While I'm doing this, could I maybe, change a few minor things here? Maybe get some more hair,
Are we allowed to prepay for ourselves? Like, how does that work?
Is there a family plan?
Exactly, family plan. Buy one, get another one free. Get another resurrection free.
There you go.
Well,
There you go.
What a bargain.
well, my plan didn't do much of anything. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, my bad. Probably should have thought about magical traps. I was like, I got traps. I can do locks. No biggie. I got this.
Damn mages, though. Wait a minute.
Cedric was right.
Don't tell him.
I would have met up with Andrea. I would have told her that I would have got stuck because there was a magic lock. And so everything I found looks clean so far, but I don't know what to do because there's a magic lock on his desk.
We need to know what's in there.
What is your...
Where's Connor?
Connor is probably with Halasair and I guess he's with the rest of the group now.
Connor, may I have a word with you?
Sure, of course.
In private?
Yeah. He turns to Kenna and says, "I'll be right back."
Aww.
Of course.
Andrea says that aloud. Aww.
I'm so pouty. My plan didn't work.
He'll follow Cedric to another room.
Yeah, he'll just take him to a...
What's going on, Cedric?
As you know, my memories, they're someone else's as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that.
Someone who you know, Liam.
Yeah.
I unlocked all of his memories, Connor.
So that means you...
I know.
How? What happened?
I went to his family tomb, and there's a necklace that he's about to say my mother, but then he's like, he catches himself and says his mother wore.
His mother? you keep saying his and he. Does that mean you still don't think you're...
It's complicated. It I don't know what they are. They raised me according to my memories. I guess they are my parents. Even though it's not a traditional way. I put on the necklace and he'll like show him the necklace. And just a wave of all of Liam's memories came back. Including his time with the heroes.
Yeah. Wow. That's... I can't imagine what that would be like.
Including when they met you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
There's a part of me, it's probably the Templar part of me, that wants to react to this new knowledge.
Cedric. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I felt very sorry for a long time, and that was one of the first things I wanted to say to Liam, if I ever had a chance to say to him, was to say thank you, but I can't say thank you. Like, he was my hero. All I can say right now is, I'm sorry.
I do not fault you for your past. If this were an earlier time, I might have. But my experiences now, and someone who was really wise once told me that you should be judged based off of your actions now, not off of some memory. So I judge you as who you are now. And what I see is a strong, competent mage.
Thank you. That... I guess I didn't know what to expect to hear from you. That wasn't what I expected to hear.
I still think you should hold on to that bracelet. And I want you to know that I still count you as one of my closest friends and allies. And your secret is safe with me. And he'll extend a hand.
His eyes are getting a little watery, and he wipes it a little bit, and he holds out his hand too, and he gives it a firm shake. Thank you. I mean that. Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Keep on training. And you'll become great. But don't think that this means I will relax any training and or me not watching you.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Cedric, he says.
Good. Good. Let's get back to the others.
All right. Anything else? Are people trying... It looked like some people are trying to figure out a round 2 onto getting into his cabin. Is that what's happening? What is the round 2?
I feel like the Scooby Gang right now.
We should split up, gang.
This time... Will you do it for 2 Scoobies now?
Go ahead. So Cedric, you actually, when you're done talking with Connor, you actually see Simon again, and he appears to be there's like a small sparring room, I guess, and he actually is using a halberd, and he is sort of like training on a training dummy with a halberd at the moment.
Cedric will kind of like lean on the doorway and kind of fold his arms and watch him for a couple seconds.
He wipes his brow. So he's an elder man, but he seems to still be he's still kicking. He's still kicking. You probably
when he wipes his brow and makes that noise, Cedric will say, that dummy's giving you quite a fight there.
He says, you should have seen what I did to the last 5.
I have no doubt.
You seem to be in high spirits.
Yeah, I got a lot of things off my chest, and I closed a lot of doors that needed to be closed.
Really? I see. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Have you decided, by the way, if you wanted us to go ahead and work on getting your memories back?
I don't think that will be necessary anymore. One of the doors that I closed was me getting my memories back.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you accomplish that?
Well, how about I tell you if you're able to beat me in a sparring match?
I don't know, he says. Are you, do you consider yourself as formidable as one of these dummies?
Well, seeing how you took out 5 before this one started to give you some trouble, I think I can hold my own.
All right. Very well. So you guys will spar. I'm not going to go through too many rolls, but go ahead and roll 3 attack rolls.
That is sick.
So I rolled very high. So
nice.
My roll, because I had a bunch of 6s, 25, 32.
Ooh. What?
Oh, wow, there it is.
Yeah. 25, 32, 21. So he didn't beat you easily. Well, but
the 31.
The 30, yes, the 32, all those 6s.
Yeah.
So this man, even at his age, he's a formidable fighter.
Yeah.
I think you would have some trouble taking him out if it was just one-on-one. But he ends up checking you. And after that, he gives you a slap on the back and says, "You're quite good at the pole arms," he says.
It seems I still have much to learn, though.
I see that muscle memory must have worked wonders. Cedric Ashwood, I actually trained him in the pole arms myself.
Is that my memory, or is that
That's
like
not your
Liam's?
memory? Liam fights with a sword. He trained to fight with a sword.
Oh,
Cedric fights with a halberd, but because that's his body muscle memory is handier with a pole arm than he was with a sword like Liam was.
Gotcha.
So, So apparently this guy trained Cedric how to use a polearm or halberd.
Yeah. Well, it's such a formidable weapon. Once you learn it, I think it tends to stick with you, I guess, even after death.
It wasn't always my favorite weapon. I took up after it a little bit when I was a little older.
I see. But I believe I owe you a story.
Yes, you say that you have somehow managed to regain all your memories, which means you probably have realized who you actually are.
Yeah. Funny story. I went to the tomb of the person, Liam.
Liam.
Renaud.
He he had his halberd that he was sort of like polishing a little bit, then he, puts it onto the stand. Liam Renaud.
Yes.
You're... My boy. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's you. Well, not you, but it is you. Liam, it's been a long time.
It has. I feel like the years have been kind to me.
Well, the Maker works in very mysterious ways, and it looks like he still has more planned for you, it seems. Just like he did for me.
It does. Nonetheless, I put on this necklace. I believe Liam's mother, my mother, wore it. I put this on, and my memories came back.
That must have been a heavy burden, then, that has been lifted from your shoulders.
A very heavy burden.
Can't imagine what it would be like not fully knowing your identity, who you are.
I still don't really know. I mean, it's nice to have the past worked out, but I'd like to think that I'm different also.
Of course, I understand. He walks over and then he takes a seat at one of the benches nearby. Your father, I remember I knew him very well. He was a great man.
Yeah.
And your mother was one of the sweetest human beings that I knew.
I really looked up to them.
Now that you know, what do you plan on doing with yourself? With the second chance that you've been given?
Well, funny enough, it seems when you throw a soul of a Templar into a body of a Templar, you can't shake the Templar bug.
Yeah.
This is why I joined.
Maybe you would be a fine member of the Animagi Templar force that we have here in Navara.
Maybe. I don't really know a lot about it. What can you tell me? I mean, I know that you're bringing people back.
Yes.
But... And this is under King Marcus.
King Marcus, yes. Secret organization. We're trying to do that so that the wrong people do not know of such knowledge. To Winter especially.
I see. So... I find it odd that the Chantry would even approve of something like this.
He says, well, us Navarans, as you know, we interpret the chant in slightly different ways. We bury our dead, we bury our dead in much different ways. Most people classically burn them, for example. You know that.
Of course.
When he's true. Like, out of character, if any Templar order is going to be okay with this, it's the Navaran Templars.
Mm-hmm.
Totally not unusual that this is something that would be more okay for them than anything else.
Absolutely.
So he says, I was a bit hesitant about the whole thing myself. Cedric, the reason why I said that the Maker had not only more planned for you and also for me is because I have gone through the ritual myself. I actually was a dead man 1 month ago.
I see.
I could have returned home to the Maker, but I became a Templar because I wanted to serve, and I wanted to serve for as long as I could. My honor and my devotion to the Templar Order I felt was so resolute that even death could not stop me from my service, if I could help it. I at least see this as a chance for me to continue doing the good, to continue serving the Maker's will, and helping people around here. And I cherish it, personally, as a gift.
I'm going to be frank with you, since my memories tell me that we were close.
We were, back in the day.
Yes. I did not ask for this. There are parts at night, where I lie awake, missing the eternal warmth of the Maker. I never asked for this, but when I came back, as all people do, you make friends, you make promises, and you swear oaths. If I had the choice, as soon as I woke, I would have chosen to go back. But I met people, I made friends, I started a new life.
I think that is, as I said, totally understandable. I understand that you returning was not necessarily something you were comfortable with, and believe me, I totally understand. Some of us, I think, are ready to return back to the Maker when the time comes. Other people, like myself, if given the choice, I know what I am, and I am a Templar. And if given the choice, I will continue to be a Templar for as long as I can. That is at least what I believe.
Your honor and duty to this cause is very admirable. I came into this with a different view. I believe in balance. I believe in life and death. Because if there is no death, what is the point of life? Balance is what makes the world work. And life is something precious, something to not squander. Yes, there are those whose life is cut short, but that's all part of the plan. I respect that you offered me a position here in this secret organization. I respect you, but I'm here to tell you that I must respectfully decline. Because this, what's going around, I can't get behind it. I am sorry, old friend.
I understand, he says. Do not feel that you have offended me in any way. I completely understand, and I don't disagree with everything that you are saying.
I have a question for you.
Yes, my boy.
When you woke, where were you?
I woke up in the infirmary. I had been dead only for 24 hours, I believe, maybe less.
Do you know where I woke up? On a boat. I was in a box.
Yes, I heard. Yes.
Do you know what that does to your psyche? Do you know what that does to your mindset? I don't think psyche would use that word. He's not that smart.
Aw.
Yes.
I felt used. I felt like an object.
No, I understand. Yes. I know why they did what they did, and I understand that why, of course, what you are saying is absolutely true. My understanding, you weren't supposed to wake up during the transport. I think that they were just trying to get you there as safely as possible, and having them bring in a random dead corpse onto a ship would raise too much suspicions. So I think they decided to send you in that crate, putting you to sleep, so that they would be able to return your memories. Looking back on it, that probably was not the best method. I was not involved in that decision. Knowing what you know now, Cedric, do you wish that we never brought you back? I guess is my question.
I do. I can't explain it, but like I said before, there are parts where I missed the Maker's embrace.
And you should be entitled to that, I agree.
But it is not something that can be easily fixed by me just killing myself. I have made commitments. I have made friends. People look up to me, look after me. I look after them. It's not something as easily as saying, well, you don't want to be revived, I'll kill you then and send you back. I'm not sure if you know the man. Tralif Thompson.
Yes, I know the man.
His name was on the box. I'm sure you're aware.
Yes.
Not knowing the full story, I have grown a great disdain for the man. Though I have not met him, there's only so much hate you can build up when you get released from a box and see that you're being shipped to someone and not knowing the context.
Of course.
What can you tell me of his character?
I knew him since he was a little boy. Younger, at least. Teenager. When he was an initiate in Navara. I want to say that he's a good man now. He made some poor decisions back in the day. He had to reinvent himself, so to speak. I believe now he is a better man than he ever was, and he's trying to make amends for the discretions that he did on a younger life. I believe that he is going through this process to serve the king and to serve whoever wishes for this second chance to be given. I believe that personally. But if I were being completely honest with you, as I said, he was not always that way when he was a younger teenager.
I see.
You were very honest with me, Liam, or Cedric.
Cedric, please.
As you wish. So I'm going to be honest with you. Now that, under the circumstances, it's might be a little awkward, and this is probably not going to paint your personal opinion of this man even better. Tralif. Tralif Thompson was not always his name. When he reinvented himself, he's changed his name around. He used to be named Thomas Falter.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to end the session right there.
Oh, no. Cedric's definitely going to kill him now.
Tralif Thompson, Thomas Falter. Tralif Thompson, Thomas Falter. I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
Never did. Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
Uh-oh. What did we just do?